What's better than some random guy on YouTube's top 5 list? A top 6 list. Did you ever want to be a female vampire, hunting evil Nazi vampires, and being able to suck on the necks of other female vampires while dismembering your foes with dual blades and lightning-fast reflexes, all while wearing a sexy black dress? Me too. Number 6. BloodRayne.
I expect a number of horrible deaths tonight.
BloodRayne lets you live out all your female vampire hunter fantasies without actually having to be a vampire hunter, or a female for that matter. BloodRayne will have you mindlessly mashing buttons and laughing as you bask in the blood of your enemies and laugh at the over-sexualized humor that would be forbidden in 2024.
Good night, nurse. Oh, that's definitely stimulating my economy.
All brought to you in stunning second-generation console graphics, but remastered to look like a third-generation console. Unless you get the latest game, and that's actually like a first-generation side-scroller. Play BloodRayne 2, Terminal Cut. Trust me, it's a good thing.
Yes, it's a very good thing.
Coming in at number 5, Samus from Metroid. One of the most memorable and greatest moments in video game history happened in 1986, when players got to experience the adventure of Samus in the original Metroid. Limited graphics and a bulky spacesuit just led players to believe Samus was a man the entire time. It was not until players finished the game that it was revealed that Samus was actually a woman in this memorable scene. To this day, Samus remains a heroine of few words. Whether you're playing 8-bit Metroid or Metroid Dread, what Samus lacks in dialogue, she more than makes up for in gameplay and letting her arm cannon speak for her. Number 4, Lara Croft. From the low polygon, big gun, short shorts Lara Croft to the modern portrayal of her more realistic, modern day adventurer look, there's no denying Tomb Raider has had a big impact on the game industry. Lara is an incredibly intelligent, witty, and highly skilled adventurer, and she uses a combination of stealth, intellect, and sometimes just pure firepower to obtain her goal. And although Tomb Raider games may not be life-changing, they always offer lots of challenges in not just combat, but in puzzle solving and world traversal. Tomb Raider has great level design, and they really excel at creating vertical environments. Depending on the game, the dialogue and the story can range from somewhat generic to original and memorable. Although lately I feel like Lara Croft and Tomb Raider have really dialed it in. With the 2015 release of Rise of the Tomb Raider, the franchise just continues to improve with each release. The 2018 Shadow of the Tomb Raider was absolutely outstanding and is proof of that. And with the new Tomb Raider built on the Unreal 5 engine right around the corner, I can't wait to experience Lara Croft's next adventure. At number 3, Aloy, the fiery and stubborn outcast born in the year 3021 into a post-apocalyptic type world where not much remains of the once technologically advanced society other than some ruins and wild robotic beasts that she hunts. Aloy uses a combination of ancient weaponry like a bow and a sling and a spear in combination with new age technology, and for me this is one of the best things about playing Horizon and playing as Aloy, and that's just how many tactical options you have in battle. Aloy is what people would call a typical strong female lead. But once you put in a few hours, you realize she has depth, and is not just a female character for the sake of having a female character portrayed as a strong warrior. Driven by grief and desire to understand her origins, Aloy sets out to uncover the truth about her mother. Her journey leads her to discover a hidden cache of technology left behind by an ancient civilization known as the Old Ones. With the help of a mysterious AI device called the Focus, Aloy learns that she is a genetic clone of Dr. Sobek, one of the brilliant scientists who created the machines before the world's collapse. Aloy has a bit of Sarah Connor, Starbuck, and Ripley in her, but for the most part, she just feels like Aloy. At number 2, Jesse Faden. This character is so good, and the game control is even better. I was genuinely amazed that people criticized Courtney Hope's voice acting of Jesse Faden as being flat. Jessie is a woman who experienced a traumatic, altered world event at a very young age, in which she lost her family and watched her brother be abducted. She has lived with a symbiotic entity known as Polaris in her mind most of her life. She is a woman looking for answers, but because of the things she has seen and experienced, she accepts what she sees to be true and does not overreact to the situation, no matter how bizarre, because it's bizarre that she's looking for. She expects the bizarre, and part of her craves it, and I think the voice acting reflects the character perfectly. Jessie may have my favorite set of moves and abilities of any protagonist in any game. For me, she's right there with Sora. Having control over a mixture of paranatural and psychic abilities that you get to level up as you see fit, combined with melee combat and a variety of guns, the gameplay is just insanely fast and fun. The world that Jessie explores inside the FBC and the Oldest House is pure insanity. And you know from the first 10 seconds of the game exactly who made this game. But unlike other Remedy games, I think Control has a much bigger market. Whether you're talking to plants to cheer them up on a side quest for Audie, or being sucked into a pink flamingo for a boss fight, or spending your time traversing other dimensions and shifting realities to fight back the Hiss infection, Jessie Faden as a character and Control as a game deliver big time. If you missed it, now's the time to pick it up. And at number 1, this kind of has to be a 2-for-1 for me because there's no way around it, but it's Ellie from The Last of Us, and by extension, Abby. The Last of Us Part 1 was a great story. It was a story about loss and hope and overcoming the odds and finding family when you didn't have family. It was a truly well-designed survival game. The Last of Us 2, however, told such an important story. It shifted the narrative away from zombies and showed us that the true face of horror is humanity. Zombies act instinctively and without thought. The Last of Us 2 showed exactly what humans are capable of with free will. Playing as both Ellie and Abby was an experience that is hard to put into words. It painted a deep sense of melancholy over the entire game, and it made a statement about good and evil being relevant to the observer. The Last of Us 2 is one of my favorite stories told in a video game, and I thought every bit of it was brilliant. For me, it's really sad that there is a group of people out there who think if the character is not a straight white man or a sexy busty woman in a metal bikini, that the game is pushing some agenda. I think people that are bothered by diversity in real life notice these things, and the rest of us just take it for what it is. If any agenda is being pushed in The Last of Us 2, it is that of self-reflection and thinking about actually caring about other people and trying to understand their perspective. I found the voice acting, the character's backstory, and the overall narrative very compelling. Again, I've heard criticism about the voice acting, but these are people with post-traumatic stress disorder living in a constant state of war with zombies and opposing factions, and they've never known peace. So their version of normal is chaos, and they respond accordingly. Elie and Abby managed to break almost every expectation for what people have of a game. At times, the game makes you uncomfortable. At times, you feel like you're betraying yourself and you just need to stop playing it. Elie and Abby push you into the gray area and force you to stay there and accept it. And that is the fact that things in life are very rarely black and white. So what's your top 6? Let me know in the comments below. Or use that section to point out how wrong I am about everything. Either way, have at it. I'm Undead Aaron. I'll be back to my normal content as soon as there's some games out there for me to make it about. I'm not going to be a top 5 guy. I might turn into a top 6 guy. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a great day.